Hi, Adrian Manyathelo here. Once again, so the topic today is how to gain the art of self-fulfilling prophecy. Right now, when we come to online business, sometimes people tend to use languages, very big words, right? But really, when you look what this thing is saying, is not as complex as you may think, right? Number one, when it comes to business, right? There's nothing like magic. I tell people this thing all the time, right? Because a lot of people, when they come in business, they think it's magic. They think that, especially when you go online, right? What happens is once you start business online, what happens is PayPal begins to send you money, right? Loads of money. You just receive email after email, right? And you wake up in the morning, you see just money just popping out of your computer like this, which is crazy, right? They think that, even when you go past a cash machine, just money just comes out like this. It's crazy stuff that people believe in, but this is the truth, right? A lot of people, they believe in that. So it's like you see, when I get clients like online, right, and I phone them, I say, "Hi, how are you doing?" "Oh, I'm good." "So how are we going to make money here? Where does the money come from?" You can see the person is really expecting some money to start flowing in. I mean, somebody just knocking at the door and bringing money in just because they started something online, which is crazy. It's no magic, guys. It's the same thing as when you went to study in school, right? It was never magic for you to be number one in class. You had to work for it. Okay, so the same thing when it comes to business, you work for it. So what happens in business, you develop skills. There are skills that you have to develop. There are things that you're going to understand. You have to understand how people think. You have to understand how to talk to somebody so that they can be able to buy from you, right? That's why when you go into shops, you'll find people expressing their skills, right? Sometimes you can recognize, you actually see what the person is trying to do, right? But maybe you're not really interested in the thing, but you appreciate the skill that they have, right? So now, when it comes to self-fulfilling prophecies, what it basically means is you get attracted to the person who's talking to you, and all of us we get attracted to the person who's talking to us, right? Uh, we see anybody that you listen to and you like what they're saying, that means you get attracted. What they say attracts you. I remember this particular day, right? I was at university. I just walked into, I was going past a hall, right? And I realized there was a big crowd into a hall, and I was wondering what's this all about. So I stood at the back and I was listening. There was this guy speaking, right? And I was listening, and all of a sudden I realized the guy was so eloquent in speaking English, right? He was so good. He was fluent. He was just amazing. He was using the kind of language that impresses me more. Because, you see, when I was in high school, that time I was in university, right, when I saw this guy. But when I was in high school, I learned a lot of a lot about language, right? How to express your language, phrases, idioms, all those kind of things, parables, and all of them. So because of that, uh, I developed, that desire of language. So when I walked into this hall, I found this guy speaking. So I pushed myself to a little bit inside, right? So that I can hear the guy properly. And this guy kept on speaking. He was so inspiring. It was crazy. And I'd never seen this guy before, right? So I kept on moving closer and closer until in the end I was right at the front, right? That's how impressive this guy was. And later on, I realized he was one of the professors in the university, and he was such a good guy. Whenever he moves around, that guy, he moves with crowds. People are just, it's not because the crowd wanted to anything from him, they just like the way he expresses his language, right? So he was such, thank you, Susan. So now, so I got so impressed by this guy, and that's exactly what it means by uh, how to gain the art of self-fulfilling prophecy. You are able to speak. When you speak, People just want to listen to you. People just like what you are saying. They like maybe the stories you tell. They like the idioms you use. They just want to be part of you, part of what you are doing, right? And that thing, you develop it, okay? That thing is developed. It's not magic. A lot of people think that it's magic. It's not magic, right? You learn it. You love something, and then you take it and try to apply it. For example, I love telling stories because my mom told me stories when I was small, right? And when I went to church, I was told stories as well. So I'm a story guy. I tell stories all the time, right? So when you listen to me, you like stories, right? You want to hear about stories, right? And that's the thing that attracts you, and you feel like, oh, this is exactly what I've wanted, right? It's fulfilling to you, and that's why they call it self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And so today, we are literally teaching you this kind of things. Although my business partner is teaching that in his own perspective, but he's exactly saying the same thing. It's now no magic. It's a skill that you learn. Okay. So if that interests you, go ahead, click on that link below this video or somewhere near this video. If it's not there, I'll be putting it up in a few seconds, right? And basically, just listen to that. And also in that, we are offering you a free PDF, which means basically you're going to be able to study this thing properly and see what we exactly mean by this thing, right? So, and then the other thing is you're going to get a video, you're going to get also an audio and some more other things that you're going to get there. Cool stuff, right? So that interests you and this is the topic that you've always wanted to know about, go ahead, click on that link and get the information. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, Deaconess Susan, and everyone, Stewart, Pastor Blessing, everyone. Thank you for supporting me so much. You really mean a lot to me, and I know there are many more people, dozens of people who are watching right now live. And thank you so much, and bye for now.